I think the project in its nature is really challenging. It's a 2-year time frame, which is a very short time frame to have a design, build, and operation of a house, especially such a high-tech house. There's a lot of technology in there that none of us were that experienced with, and we also needed to really operate it before we knew exactly how the house worked. So that's challenging in and of itself, and the contest rules and the different contests made it very challenging too, since we had to think about not just the house, but also communications, fundraising, outreach, a budget, university to go through in order to build the house. That was another challenge to the time, and I think the time frame was the biggest one, but on top of the time issue and the actual design, build, and operation of the house, we also had to spend a lot of time working on the process in which we worked. The collaborative process, the integrated process, working with a team of anywhere from 12 to 15 students, all designing the house, all having input in the house. We really had to figure out a way to make it work. We also needed to figure out how to even communicate with each other in the first place. So simple things like communication, workflow, the process in which we make decisions, those all needed to be worked out, refined, and designed essentially. So on top of the 2-year time frame for building the house, we also had to spend a lot of that time working on the process in which we worked on the house itself.
Well, the challenge of interdisciplinary work is that it isn't efficient. It's one reason universities have departments and disciplines is that it enables us to convey the greatest amount of information as quickly as possible. So the learning curve of students is much greater that way. And so interdisciplinary work takes more time because there's the translation activity that has to occur. And there are the cultural differences among disciplines that have to be addressed. And so the competition design process took longer than it would have been had we not had such disciplinarily mixed teams working. But I think that would have shortchanged the educational opportunity and the educational experience that our students actually had. So that's kind of the paradox of it. I mean, we wanted a house that was very efficient in terms of energy, and we had a pedagogy that wasn't efficient, but it was the richest educational experience we could imagine.
The biggest challenges by far has been communication, getting people to talk to each other and getting people to understand each other. Early on, architects and engineers speak very different languages, and they approach problems very differently as well. Architects look at everything. They have a very broad, holistic perspective, and engineers tend to focus on, some specific items. And while we need both of these approaches in the house, they speak different languages. So getting, just the architects and engineers to get along and talk to each other and understand what one was trying to say to the other has been a challenge. Beyond that, it's just trying to get everybody, to communicate. There's been over 150 different students involved in this at one point or another. Faculty members, industry, different units of the university. Email is a challenge, like getting people to pick up their phone and